Okay.
Welcome to another episode of Be Alive by Khalid Malik. We are, as I always say, living in unprecedented times, in times of uncertainty, in times of fear, in times of anxiety, with the predominant question being, what next? What do we do next? When will this end? Will we have normal lives again? And I think it is during these times that we need to look at our teachers, look into the lives of those that had lived during stressful times, and what would they say to us if they were with us today? Joining me is a very special guest. I hold her very near and dear to my heart. I had the pleasure of meeting her during my trip to Konya during Sheb-e Rus. And I remember at a very young age telling my father that I just want to go and see Maulana Rumi. I was still in high school back then, or first year university. And I remember my dad being a little worried as to what his son was on about. And many, many decades later, I finally made that trip and connected to my guest and the wonderful group of people that surround her. She travels the world. She is a teacher. She is a scholar. She is a thinker. She is an author, and probably a world leader when it comes to the teachings of Rumi and the Masnavi, to give us an insight into what Maulana Rumi might say to us during these times. Please make her feel very welcome. A teacher of mine, a mentor of mine, Sheikh Cemalnur Sargut, from Istanbul. Assalamu alaikum, Sheikh, and thank you for being with me today.
I'll thank you. And maybe you can say for me, she's nothing. She's nothing is better. I try to be a nothing. And this in the world show us that we are nothing. We are in mahshar time, Qiyamah time, Judge Day time, believe me, and we are turning the Kaaba now. All of the world come together and turning the Kaaba, because you know around the Kaaba there is no king, there is no poor people, all the same, and we must thanks that microbe, that's COVID,
the virus,
because it shows us, Allah shows us with this thing that we are nothing, and all the world come together.
Yes.
And there is no king.
Yes.
There is no Allah country. Some countries thinks that they are Allah, but they understand that they are not Allah. They are very poor. And this, I try to learn many things from this microbe virus.
So if considering the times that we're living in right now, if Maulana Rumi, peace be on him, if he was with us today during this time, what would he say to us?
Mevlana, show us this is the Tawhid time. And nobody...
time of unity, Mevlana would have said, this is the time of unity. Nobody is better than the other person.
And everybody in danger, but everybody in happiness at the same time. Because we can think, we can speak, and Mevlana speak with us, from us, because we have nothing, only they are living. Mevlana, Abdul Qadir Geylani, Ahmed Arifai, they are living.
These are the ones, the Holy Spirits. They are the living ones. They always live.
And we are dying. We are ölüyüz.
And we are the dead ones.
Dead ones. So if we speak, that means they are speak from us. And if we speak good way, yani if we can make shukr, if we can understand what happened, if we can be happy in this time, that means they speak from us. And I understand they try to show us Allah's power. Allah's power, because microbe have no power.
Because the virus has actually no power without God's permission.
Although the virus is not dirijanlı.
The virus is actually not alive, as much as we know.
But although it's not alive, it can comes when it comes in our body, it will be alive. That
Right.
is very big miracle.
Mm.
That time is a miracle time.
Mm.
And that time we must do our shukr
Mhm.
and go inside,
Mhm.
and we must show ourselves
Mhm.
and not speak badly with the others, because that time is the time of prophet.
Mhm.
Mumin and munafiq, we can show who is mumin, who is munafiq. Who are happy, they are mumin, they make shukr. They are the other group in Vesvese.
They have the vesvese, the word vesvese in
The
Muslim.
whisper,
The whisper, yeah, the bad whisper.
They are not happy. They are. They think every minute they are in the shüphe.
They always have the doubt of they're gonna be dying.
Mm.
So these are the people. They're like not believers.
yeah.
Münafık. They are münafık because they don't think that little things come from Allah.
Mm.
They think that little things has power.
Mm.
The little things is not power, has not power.
Mm.
Allah has power.
Mm.
Allah tried to show us in Allah's, in front of Allah, everybody in same equal.
They're all everybody in front of Allah is equal.
Yes.
Equal.
Yes.
We can see this. We
Yes.
can see this. And I am very happy because we can shahadat this time.
We can witness this time.
We
Mm.
can shahadat this time. This is very, very, very good chance for me.
To the people that are living in this anxiety, and we saying, give shukr and that this is a fantastic time to be living in. How do we process this information? And this is for those that are feeling anxiety, feeling fear. How do we begin to tell them that this is an amazing time to be living in? What does the Masnavi tell us? What does Rumi tell us?
The first thing that my mother teach me, look, my daughter, I love you. Allah love you at the same time. But Allah love you like an ocean.
Mm-hmm.
My love is like a köpük.
Like a drop of. Yeah.
So if Allah love you like an ocean, Allah wants you bad.
Would Allah give you something bad if his love is like an ocean compared to my love, which is like a drop?
When I learned this, I'm so happy. I learned this when I was 18, 19 years old. And during these days, I believe that everything is a teacher. Everything is a teacher for me. And if Allah wants us, there is no need this illness. Allah can take us. But if Allah gives us this illness, want to show you something to us and to everybody, not only me. So when the prophet came this world, Abu Jahil and Abu Bakr know themselves. Before they don't know themselves. So after this illness, people like Abu Bakr and people like Abu Jahil can see themselves in the world.
Yeah.
So this is so important. So if we are understanding and we will be happy, we can only witness with hayret. Hayret.
Awesome, yeah, the awe.
Being awestruck, yeah.
The other people unhappy, I pray for this kind of people.
How can we be of the people that are happy? How can we be during this time? What should we be doing during this time? Because, even though we don't want it to affect us, at a very subtle level, the fear that is outside our homes affects us. People wearing masks, people practicing social distancing, people, there's curfew, there's lockdown. So there's that fear in the environment outside. So how do we not let that affect us, and how do we get on the side of the people of shukr? What can we do?
People unhappy because before they think that they have a power,
Okay.
but now they learn that they have no power. So if people try to learn more thing about Allah and fall in love Allah, then they have no unhappiness.
Yeah.
They can understand the lessons of this illness, virus.
Yeah.
So this time is a very good time to learn more and more about Allah, and no other güçlü kimse yok.
There is no other power. There's nobody in the power.
Evet. We learn this. If we learn this, we go to Allah and sığınıyoruz.
If we learn this, if we understand this completely, then the God is like
Sığınıyoruz.
sığınmak,
Like a mother.
like a mother.
Right.
So we
Like a child, go to Allah and
Cuddle.
goes to His rahmet.
rahmet, and it is only the zevk, happiness for the people to go to Allah.
Yeah.
And to say, I have no power, and people have no power, doctor have no power, nobody have power. And we learn this, we be more happiness, because we can learn many things about the Allah because of this illness.
Where is there a practice that you recommend? Where can we start? How can we start shifting our heart?
Okay. At night, I pray all night long. I pray for the other people. Be happy. And this praying, it is the important part to be samimi.
To be genuine.
İhlas.
Frank.
Sincere.
İhlas. If we do it with ihlas, Allah accept us. But if we do it with for our, I pray for you, and because I don't want you give me this illness. This is not true.
Yeah.
Pray for living everything, living every ideas, everything. Abdest almak gibi.
Do the wudu, like doing a wudu abortion.
Yeah.
Clean up all your body.
Yes.
Because clean up means to be with Allah ve 4 tekbiri birlemek demek.
It means, during the prayer you do the tekbir, 4 tekbirs.
Yes.
All the tekbirs is gonna be under 1 tekbir.
4 tekbir comes 1 tekbir. First tekbir means leaving the nefs.
Leaving
Ego.
the nefs, the ego.
The second
The tawheed, the second
tawheed
one.
is leaving the world.
Leaving the world.
The
The third one.
leaving the heaven.
Leaving even the heavens.
And the 4th one, there is nothing
Leaving,
to live. There is nothing to live.
Wow.
Terki terk. This, if you can do that in your dua, is pray, then you'll be with Allah, and Allah with ihsan, make you happy. Make you happy.
That's I mean, for people, sometimes I think if Maulana Rumi was here right now walking, and he'd be outside and he'd see people practicing social distancing, and if he saw people wearing masks, I wonder if he would smile, and I wonder if he would think,
yes,
is all very funny.
Mevlana is the smiling face of Islam. My teacher say this. Mevlana is the smiling face of Islam. Mevlana smiling with Islam.
Yeah.
Teslim.
Yeah.
Teslim. Yeah. If we teslim, we look like Mevlana, inshallah.
Inshallah.
If we Islam, we look like.
So would you recommend to increase zikr? Would you recommend to keep to the salat as a means of of trying to transform oneself?
Zikiri tavsiye eder misin diyor.
Evet, zikir is very important. Yes, La ilahe illallah, Allah, who, Hay, Kayyum, Kahar, and Shafi.
Mm.
And if you forget these words, you can say only Allah instead of everything.
Yes.
Allah, Allah, Allah.
Mm.
This is important. And the zikir means lose the nefs ego.
Yeah.
If you can do that with zikir,
Yes.
that's the zikir.
Yes.
That's the zikir.
Yes. We are living in uncertain times, and we ask Sheikh Cemalnur if you could, in closing, maybe just make a small dua for all of us. That'd be fantastic.
Yes, I can find a very beautiful sentences,
Yes.
and I try to read it in Turkish.
Sure.
Kerim will translate it inşallah. Allah'ım, senin zikrin olmadan dünyanın tadı yok.
There is,
Oh my God.
oh my God, Allah'ım, without your zikr, there is no taste in this world.
Mm.
Senin affın olmadan ahiretin tadı yok.
Without your forgiveness, the ahiret doesn't mean anything. Cennet and Jahannam, the other world doesn't mean anything.
Seni görmedikten sonra cennetin tadı yok.
If I don't see you, there is no taste in heavens.
Mm.
So we must we can want Cemalullah.
We would like to see the face of Allah, means the
beauty of
of
Allah.
Allah, the Jamal of Allah.
If we can see all this happiness, the Jamal of Allah, we'll be very happy. And we can say, what beautiful days this is.
Yeah.
What a beautiful days this is.
Yes.
And I feel myself, I am turning around the Kaaba. I really feel myself like this. And for me, you know, I was so ill 1 year before.
Mm-hmm.
This is a rest time at the same time.
Yeah.
And every day I have lessons, although with university and with people, many people, thanks to Allah, I can speak with many people with television. And thanks to television at the same time, with internet, this is a good times for us. You see, I can speak with you also.
Yes. Thank you.
So I shukr for this also.
Thank you very much. Sheikh Cemalnur Sargut, I consider as one of my mentors. Thank you so much, Sheikh, and thank you, Kareem, for being the translator.
Thank you,
Thank you,
Khalid.
Jen. I thank you, Khalid.
Great questions. We appreciate it.
Assalamu alaikum.